Okay, small farm vlog, December 18th, 2024. And it's middle of the day, so just late lunchtime. And I've been on a dog walk visit. That's something that we incorporate into our farm income streams. So I just finished that, had several sales meetups this morning for meat, poultry sales, egg sales, and been taking care of chickens. So far that's what's been going on farm wise today. And household wise, most everybody's at work. One of us encountered some exposure to virus, had a little respiratory coming out of it. So last day at home for that one. But I've just pulled in here and I've still got a couple of sales meetups this afternoon and some farm tasks to do with putting some bedding down for the young chickens and getting feed to the right building for each of the different groups of chickens. So like I'm pulling in and my brain is going, okay, a lot to do, now what? So tomorrow we're going to be on the road at least half a day taking a truck part to a truck repair place, a parts place, and it's in the next state. So we'll try to document some of that, vlog some of that for y'all. So that means half a day I'm not here tomorrow. So that has me looking ahead till Friday. So, small farm life is taking care of animals, is running the household, but it's also wearing a lot of different hats, doing a lot of different tasks. One of them is sales. So that kind of led to, I want to share with y'all in this vlog here, my top, I'm going to say 5 tips, going to try to pull the top 5 tips off the top of my head for small farm sales. So the first one is a no-brainer for me, top quality product. Top quality product. If you're running a small farm, you're producing something that you want to sell. Oh, there's a squirrel going down the tree. That you want to sell to a consumer. Top priority is you got to produce a quality product. It all starts from there. If there's not a quality product, we ain't got nothing to sell. So that has to be our top priority. We have to make top quality products. So that's number one thing. That's my number one sales tip. Make sure what you're producing is quality. Make sure that what you're marketing to people is quality. And that's beneficial in a couple ways. First of all, first thing is, the higher quality something is, the easier it is to sell. And if it's high quality and people know it, they're going to talk about it. And when people talk about it, other people are going to hear about it. When other people hear about it, they're going to want it too. It's going to become a thing that everybody wants to know what's this all about. So it's going to almost sell itself. If you'll just do the communicating and the thing is top quality and you deal with the customer service, the thing is going to almost sell itself. Okay, so top quality product is the first thing. So we brought into that all the communication, customer service, word of mouth. So that'd be my second thing, is recognize that in addition to you're a farmer, you got to set time aside for whatever it is, the crops, the equipment, the livestock, the feed, the management, whatever the thing is. Yeah. But if you're making the product and you're independent and you're responsible for selling it, you got to make time for the customer service, communication, etc. So second tip, one of the things I'd stay on top of is tell people what you do, let them know about it, and ask them, is it okay with you if I send you updates occasionally? And keep a customer list, and occasionally, like, every couple months, or when you need to sell out a freezer of meat, get a hold of people. Hey, we've got this on hand. Anybody interested? Tell your friends. So we find that really helps us a lot. So just, tell people about what you're doing, get their permission to continue to update them, but then, continue to be willing to tell people, hey, here's what's going on. And then third thing, sales tip, in the beginning, or with somebody who's brand new to your product, be willing to give a little. Be willing to give a little away. But then also turn a corner and be confident enough to set your price for what you need to get back out of your product and stick to it. So, that would be a third sales tip. It's okay to throw in an extra package or give an introductory, hey, try this sampler out. But then understand that you invested time sweat equity, and money into producing this. Find the price point that it takes to get a return on that and build a little profit margin in, and that's your price. And be confident about that, okay? Because here's the thing, this is the world we're living in, all right? It's different than it was 20 years ago. People are driving around in vehicles that they're paying every month on for years and years and years that might have cost them $60,000 to $90,000 potentially. Not everybody. I'm not trying to stereotype everybody, but a lot of people. Also, I mean, they may be wearing a pair of jeans that cost $95. They may be wearing shoes that cost $400. They may be driving through a coffee shop and paying $8 or $10 for a tea or a coffee or a smoothie or a latte or something. Shoot, try to go through your local fast food drive-through. What are y'all paying these days? I try not to go there, but what are y'all paying these days for a fast value meal at the drive-through pickup window? I mean, you could go in there with two people and come out with $24 in that place, you know? So like, I feel like if I'm selling a dozen eggs for the equivalent of $0.25 an egg, I don't feel bad about that. Okay, I could probably even raise my price, right? But anyway, so whatever it is, I'm just saying, you know the price point you need to be at. I guarantee you someone's going to come along and say, hey, can you sell that cheaper? If you can't, you can't. Don't back off of it. Okay, so there's 3 tips for us, right? There's 3 tips for us. Quality product, communicate with the people around you in your community, let them know what you're doing, and be willing to give a little, but also be confident to stick to your price. So how about 4 and 5? Well, I'm going to go back to, I've kind of mentioned it, but as its own thing, customer service. As its own thing, customer service. It's a skill. It's not necessarily a natural instinct. It's something that takes practice. It's something that we're going to maybe not always do great, but, you know, try to just, A, treat people like you want to be treated. B, just be respectful to other people, and C, you know, give them options and recognize that they're supporting your effort. So, you know, a lot of communication. I find that for me, for our farm, what really works well is text messaging, being available by text message. And we use some social media platform, but we don't do a lot of deals on social media platform. We don't put prices on social media platform. All of that happens one-on-one, direct to consumer conversations. Could be on text message, most generally is. Could be email, could be phone calls. But, you know, somebody might I might put a post on a social media platform, and somebody might say, hey, how do I get a hold of you? Where is this place? And I'll comment back to them, here's how to get a hold of me. Please message me directly. I will follow up. And then as soon as they do, I follow up. And I'll even go so far as I go back on the social media and I take my direct contact information off of there. Okay? Because I don't want that to be a free-for-all where I'm just dealing with scammers and issues. I want to be able to get information out there and share it with customers and potential customers. But once they reach out to me, then we get it off the social media platform and it becomes one-on-one. I'm going to deal with you one-on-one. I'm going to tell you, you know, what's available, tell you what I've got. So shoot straight with the customers and the potential customers, but communicate with them, And this is in general. I'm not going to make this my number 5, but in general, a life theory, under promise, over perform. So same with our customers. We try to, like, you know, if we know we can probably have something ready by Friday, we might still say, hey, I can have that ready for you Saturday. And then, you know, if something comes up, then, you know, I'm not having to backtrack. Oh, something came up, I can't make it. Especially things that we have to maybe, you know, make to order or something. So anyway, you know, you can take that for what it's worth, grain of salt for what it's worth. And then the 5th thing just went in my head and then just went out. Let me think a minute here and see if it comes back to me. But like a recap, so quality product, communicate with people around you, tell them what you're doing. The 3rd thing was, you know, be willing to give a little, but then be confident in your price and stick to it. The 4th thing was pivot the communication to direct, you know, to one-on-one. And the 5th thing, yeah, and this is so simple. And like sales things usually are so simple. It's the connection between the people, between the salesperson and the consumer. It's the connection. The 5th thing is, hey, this is something I always try to remind myself to do and say to people. Most people that I deal with, they're very content with a handshake. That doesn't bother them. We do a lot of deals on a flatbed truck bed or tailgate, in the barn or by the barn. The people can see where the animals are raised, that we're using the system that we use to produce the meat that we produce, so they can see where it all comes from. But a handshake and a thank you. A handshake and a thank you. If I get the vibe that the person's not open to a handshake, okay, I won't do that. But a handshake and a thank you. So that's my 5th tip on direct sales from the farm to the consumer. Never forget to thank the consumer. Even if they don't buy and all they do is inquire and they let you send them information, thank them for inquiring. Thank you for letting me send you information. When we get a sale from a customer, I try to always remember to say, thank you for supporting our small farm and local agriculture. If it's person to person, thanks for supporting our farm. If it's in a text message, thank you for supporting our small farm and local agriculture. That's what we want to build. That's what we want to build here. So we want to point that out and emphasize that when we talk to our customers. So and kind of going along with this, I want to add in here, as a farmer selling direct to a consumer, you're part of a bigger picture of the local agricultural community and economy where you live. Bear that in mind. Do not hesitate to tell people about other farmers and their products, even if it overlaps with what you sell. Okay? When people are looking for eggs and I can't fill the order, I give them 3 to 5 other names of people that sell eggs. That does not bother me. When people inquire about chicken, we don't raise turkeys. If they ask about turkey, I give them the name of another poultry producer, like within 10 minutes down the road from me, that has raised turkeys in the past, also raises chicken, could be competition for our farm. But you know what? That's not what it's about. My customer said, you know anybody who raises turkeys? I do. So I give them the name. I let the customer, decide where they want to get the chicken. It's okay. There's enough business out there for the small farmers to work together, promote each other, and still be able to sell their product is how I feel about it. So at any rate, so that would be my 5th tip. And they're all 2 through 4 are all interchangeably important. Number 1 trumps them all. But the 5th tip was, a handshake if it's appropriate, and the thank you, always the thank you to the customer or potential customer. So anyway, so those are my tips for direct sales from farm to consumer. Thanks for joining me here at the Farm Lifestyle Vlog at Twin Oaks Family Farm on Twin Oaks Farm Poultry, and hope you'll join us again. God bless y'all.